Hey, what's up, everybody? This is BNJ Productions. I'm Jacob Beatles, and this is Brandon Avery. We're doing a new segment that is going to air every Tuesday in the mornings at about 9:25 or 9:45, and it is Jacob and Brandon's fantasy football talk. And so now we're gonna get our biggest winners of the week and the weekend, and it's gonna be we're gonna do a quarterback, a running back, a receiver, a tight end, and a wild card who we think impressed the most. Starting off, we have Patrick Mahomes, who had 38.84 points in the game in the win against the Steelers, playing for the Chiefs. Though, how many? What are the stats here, Brandon?
Patrick Mahomes this week went 23 for 28 on passing in the win against the Steelers for 326 yards and 6 touchdowns. They won 42-37. The Chiefs beat the Steelers. This is his 10th touchdown over the last 2 games, the fastest person to get to 10 touchdowns.
Yeah, and the thing about this is it really is Patrick Mahomes elevated his game this much, or have the defenses played been that awful? And that's something we're going to have to see next week when the Chiefs play again. And then up next, we've got for our running back Todd Gurley, who scored 29.3 points for the Rams over the shutout against the Cardinals, and the Rams had an incredible game and shut them out completely.
Todd Gurley rushed 19 times for 42 yards, 3 touchdowns, and had 3 targets for 31 yards. All around good game. The touchdowns are what got him the most points.
Yeah, and Todd Gurley is definitely the best option to run the football and maybe sometimes even throw the football for the Rams. Jared Goff, still, it's his 3rd year and he's still learning, but it's really good to have Todd Gurley, a 4-year man, out there on the field for Coach Sean McVay, one of the best coaches in the league now after winning Coach of the Year in his first year. And the Rams are another scary team, such like a team we'll talk about in a couple of minutes for our wild card player. Up next, we got A.J. Green from the Cincinnati Bengals. He has 24.9 points from a Thursday night football win over the Baltimore Ravens. The Cincinnati Bengals kind of surprised people, kind of blew him out in the first half with A.J. Green with what he did, and then kind of let up a little bit but still got the win. And it kind of shocked some people because the Bengals weren't supposed to be good this year, and their center went down, but the O-line has always been bad, but they've looked really well this year and a lot better.
This week, A.J. Green has gone 5 for 9 for caught 5 for 9 this week for 69 yards, had 3 touchdowns in a Bengals win over the Ravens.
Yeah, and so the Ravens had some struggles against the Bengals defense, but it was A.J. Green and his receiving touchdowns that kind of pushed them over the edge for that tough win on a Thursday night game. And up next is kind of a sleeper pick for Jesse James, owned at 11% of the teams own him and Yahoo Fantasy Football, and he had an incredible game with 19.8 points for the Steelers against the Chiefs, even though they lost mostly because of the defense, not anything because Ben Roethlisberger or Jesse James did, but because of the defense is the reason the Steelers lost.
Jesse James caught all 5 targets that went his way for 138 yards and a touchdown. Lost to the Chiefs. Very valiant effort, although that they still lost.
Yeah,
one of the best games I've seen a tight end have.
Yeah, and there's not very much you can do. Jesse James, he's the #1 tight end now at Vance McDonald's been hurt a little bit, so Jesse James is the top tight end in Pittsburgh, and Big Ben needs all the help he can get. Le'Veon Bell having the sitting out because he doesn't want to play for the Steelers anymore because they won't pay him. But, I mean, he's an incredible player, and I think the Steelers are way worse without him, even with a good game by James Conner. A beautiful story, him overcoming cancer his senior year in college and coming and play for the Steelers. I mean, I'm happy for him, but they need Le'Veon back. Up for our wild card, and we'll kind of talk about a little bit about the team this guy's on after we go over his points, but is Blake Bortles, the quarterback for the Jacksonville Jaguars, had an incredible game against the Patriots, made little mistakes, made a couple, but he still had 33.58 points, pretty close up there in the quarterback, I think #4 overall in Yahoo Fantasy.
This week, Blake Bortles went 29 of 45 passing for 377 yards, 4 touchdowns, and 1 interception, and he had 5 rushes for 25.
And he had a really good game, and it was kind of crazy because Patriots shut down Deshaun Watson the week before, kind of had a game plan for that, and the Jags, they still didn't have Le'Veon Bell. TJ Yeldon played, had an incredible game, but it was Blake Bortles that carried this team, and he had a couple passes to Keenan Cole for a touchdown, and like just young guys like that who don't get much playing time and don't really have a name for themselves.
And it's not like they're really running over a trash defense, scoring a bunch on the trash defense. This is a great defense that Blake Bortles is lighting up this week.
Yeah, and the Patriots, they shut down Deshaun Watson without even a chance for him to do anything, and so I'm guessing that's our overall the Week 2 losers is the Patriots defense and the whole Patriots team. Tom Brady and Rob Gronkowski underperformed a lot, and because the Jacksonville's defense is so stout with Jalen Ramsey, he backed up his trash talk, and A.J. Boone, another receiver, and the defensive line for the Jacksonville Jaguars was incredible. Patriots they couldn't get it done, and Jacksonville has taken their spot as the best team in the AFC right now. No doubt about it.
Yep. Week 2 losers are definitely Patriots. They have a lot to improve over.
And the Steelers tied for the Browns, and the Browns had a couple mistakes with Zane Gonzalez, their kicker, because he missed several extra points.
Another tie or win tonight.
He missed 2 extra points and a field goal, which would have put the Browns ahead of the Saints when they lost 21-18. And that guy, he got cut. He did bad, so they cut him. The Browns cut him. The Vikings kicker had some troubles too. Missed 3 field goals and a tie with the Green Bay Packers, and he got cut too. It was not a
good week for kickers this week.
No, it wasn't. And Dan Bailey is actually getting talked to with the Vikings, one of the second most accurate kicker in NFL history. Still disappointed the Cowboys cut him as a Cowboys fan, but I mean, he's incredible, and I wish him luck in Minnesota, and it's a rough year for kickers so far. And I mean, a lot of teams did good. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers had an amazing game against the Eagles, and I didn't think the Eagles are as good as they used to be last year.
I knew that they weren't going to be as good as last year. It's very hard to put together back-to-back good years. And I think that they're just missing that magic they had.
Yeah, but definitely not Tampa Bay. They have some Fitz magic, even though Minka Fitzpatrick from the Dolphins actually trademarked that this weekend, so the Buccaneers couldn't use it anymore. But I mean, Ryan Fitzpatrick, amazing. He's taken Jameis Winston's job easy. First play of the game against the Eagles, he threw a pass to Sean Jackson, and he ran it all the way for about 75 yards. And incredible. And I mean, it's been a better week than week 1 for me and Brandon and our fantasy teams, but still not the best. But the NFL is continuing to surprise us, and the Cowboys got their win finally over the Giants. It was a little messy, but they got a win.
Better than last week.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, most definitely. And until the Eagles, like we were saying about the Eagles, until Carson Wentz comes back, I don't think they're going to be even close to what they were.
Definitely.
And all right, that's all we have for today for our fantasy talk and a little recap of the weekend. I'm Jacob, this is Brandon, and this has been BNJ's Productions. We will see you tomorrow.